Charlie Parkhurst was an infamous whip-cracking stagecoach driver who ran passengers and cargo from San Francisco to San Juan Bautista during the California Gold Rush. An orphan and a runaway, Charlie, assigned female at birth, escaped into a new life by borrowing men's clothes, learning the reins, and heading out west to start a new life on their terms. We set out to retrace Charlie's most memorable stagecoach routes. The route took us from San Juan Bautista to Aptos, over Mount Madonna from the stables where Charlie worked and slept, along the route over the mountains to the cabins and stage stops where Charlie lived, farmed, and logged during their final years.
How many miles do we have to do today? 30?
29.
We're going to go over to Highway 101.
Okay.
And sort of parallel that on some frontage roads. It's pretty close to where the stage route used to go. We're going to have some water crossings, and then we're going to head up to Mount Madonna and then up the Redwood Retreat.
I use they, them pronouns for Charlie because the language we use today around trans and non-binary identities didn't exist back then. Quiet and rugged, Charlie spent most of their time alone in nature, seeking comfort and solitude in physical labor. As queer and trans cyclists, it's hard to find examples of our history as it relates to the outdoors. Many of us have had challenging relationships with our bodies and how others perceive us, and so for many of us, outdoor activities like cycling can become a place of solace. We think better representation of these identities will support more riders to get into cycling and the outdoors.
I noticed that there was definitely like some emotional stuff coming up in me of just feeling the sadness of like, was he really like actually not an extroverted person? Is that actually who they were? Or was that like out of safety that they had to be that way just to kind of survive and get by? And so I think that there definitely was like sadness around that, and also like, wow, what a gender warrior of their time to be able to do that. And it's cute.
So this is my tarp to go below the baby. Everett's here!
Everett, what's up?
I thought I lost it.
Where'd you go? That salami is so good.
Just walk on time.
Good morning.
I woke up sweaty, as per usual.
It's so intense.
Or like
It's so
breathing
intense.
exercises
Oh,
where
yeah.
people are like, take a deep breath and like sit with it. And I was like, bro, I literally can't.
Can you imagine maybe like transitioning at 5 or 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have. It would have been way easier, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like that's a whole different type of parenting. Our age group, so many parents see it as something where like it first affects them and then they have to figure out how to show up for their kids, as opposed to like showing up for their kids and then like dealing with their own shit and feelings later. It's just a different type of parenting. People are like, okay, I see you, I hear you, my kiddo, I believe you, and this isn't about me, it's about you. My parents' generation grew up with just such a sense of scarcity that like if you showed up with something different, it meant that they feel they did something wrong.
You see the gold in here?
How do I fix it? How do I fix you? How do I fix this? When like nothing needs to be fixed.
There's nothing broken.
There's nothing broken. That feeling of finding community is something that has really meant a lot to me, and I do a lot more group rides and I ride with people a lot more often, and I feel safety with those people in a similar way that I felt safe in nature. And I have this whole community of people that I can share really similar experiences with that I can't really share with anybody else.
To be able to get out and just get simple and be away from it all, I think is huge and really restorative for me, and something that is like part of my mental health, and that has continued to be something that's really important to me pre-transition and now that I'm transitioning as well.